Welcome back to another adventure. I'm headed out to what should be a pretty good mine as far as the above ground stuff goes. There's supposed to be quite a bit left out there. Hopefully the underground is as good as the above ground looks. But as I'm headed out there, I've got maybe another 3/4 mile or something to go over there. And I did notice a couple of mine shaft symbols on the map here. And as you can see right behind me there is a pretty decent sized waste rock pile. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out on my way up, and hopefully this will be a good one. All right, so I've come up and around this waste rock pile here. Oh yeah, you got it fenced off. So it might be a good one here. Yeah, there's the waste rock pile there. Got some fencing up here, likely from the Forest Service, I'm assuming. Try and get up and around this thing, see what it is they're fencing off. It's like quite a bit of tailings or waste rock out this way. I'm not really seeing much over here. As far as a hole goes, there is some, oh yeah, I guess something in there. Some kind of wooden structure here. And then looks like it's straight vertical. I don't know that I need to climb over that fence to go see it. So that's that. Another shot out at the waste rock pile here, and then looked like there might have been a little depression over here that might have been at it. So I'll go ahead and check that out, and just kind of looking around, and if I see anything else, I'll let you guys know. Like just a little prospect bit here, but you can see what they were working at. Lots of copper. Get the lighting better on that. Lots of copper in the rock here, coming out, and then we've got this kind of iron band here. That I'm sure it's got some quartz in it and stuff. I'm sure there's some other minerals mixed in with how much copper seems to be in the rock here. But didn't really see much else over here. There was kind of a flat spot up here that I figured I'd check out and see what's going on up here. It seems like this is a pretty good pile of waste rock over here too, so there might be more to it. A little bit of wood, big old copper stained chunk of rock there. I don't know if this all came from that shaft and they just spread out in different directions, but I think I'm gonna head on up to the main mine, because it's supposed to be a lot better than what we've found here so far. So we'll catch up with you up the road a little more. All right, so this is kind of interesting here. You can see some newer treated wood there. There is on the side, keep out. It doesn't really say anything about private property or whatever. We are in the U.S. Forest Service land, but there's a little hammock spread up right over there. It looks like there used to be an older building right here. So I'm not going to poke around too much, but I have a feeling that this was all related to the mine up here. I'm probably about halfway up to it. Yeah, it's got a posted sign on the door, so I'll leave this all alone. It don't look like it has been used for anything but cows recently, you know. Well, looks like there's a little outhouse there out in front and everything. So I have no doubt that this was originally part of the mining operation up here. But we'll go ahead and keep on heading on and leave that alone. And I just figured I would point it out. I think there might be a little creek bed down in here somewhere, but we'll just keep heading up to the mine and see what I can find. All right, we are finally getting up here close to the mine, and I found the first structure here. This one is on the USGS map. Looks like it was some sort of support building because it has some pretty good sized concrete foundations here. Looks like it's mostly rubble now, but a little bit of timbers and stuff here and there. Looks like there was probably a workbench. Let me zoom out on that here. A workbench right here, kind of at the side of the building. Got what looks like probably waste rock surrounding it, pile there. Let's get up in here. There's some sort of culvert sticking straight up out of the ground over here, and I'm not sure whether we should be up to any of the workings or not. It's looking pretty narrow though, so I think it was more of a water tank or some sort of tank here. Trying to find a clear path up into here. There we go. A little bit of a dugout here. Another looks like workbench. We got this big tank. Yeah, it looks like it was a tank, not a culvert into the ground. Yeah, not a whole lot left to it. It looks like this might have been part of the ore process because of that there. Looks like an ore chute or a slanted floor ore bin or something to that effect. This looks like it was added later on. We're gonna head up this way though, up to where some of this waste rock is hopefully coming from, and see what else we can find. There's a little better view from the top of it. Really hard to tell what it was, but trying to figure out. Looks like we got waste rock coming out that way, coming out this way. And it all kind of looks like it's coming from over here. So I'm gonna take a look around a little more and see what else I can find out here. So that other building was down around that area here, and I followed the waste rock up to here, and it definitely makes kind of a road bed, rail bed or something coming from this way. So seems pretty logical to follow this thing this way and see where it's all coming from. I don't really see any other support buildings or anything. There's some more something going on over here. I see a pile kind of through the trees there. That might be the main road actually. There we go. There's a ore bin. Still got the chute on it, kinda, sorta. Yeah, looks like the bottom rotted out of it. But that's kind of cool. If I can get zoomed out there. There's one of the crossboards that would fit down into these so they could limit the flow. Some kind of empty area over there. Let's come up through here though. Oop. So it kind of tells me that what I'm looking for is above me. If they've got this ore bin here, there might even be a dumping station or something up here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I'm sure there used to be rails up here to where they could roll it out of over here and right up into here and dump it into something else and then kind of head it down the hill. So I'm going to head up this way, kind of the direction it seems to be going. Can't tell if that's like a collapsed adit here or not. A big stump there. I'm going to kind of follow this around and see what else I can come across. Right, we are over near where the shaft should be, and I'm kind of wondering if, oh yeah, this is cool. Okay, this was what I was hoping for. We got a ladder here. I don't know if that was for underground or above ground, but let me zoom out here a little bit. We've got this red building here, and behind it is probably one of the best things I've seen out in the woods. There we go. So we've got this little building here. Looks like they had some organizers or whatever for their parts. Probably part of the blacksmith shop or whatever. We've got this other bigger red building here. Let me see. Don't look like there's any critters in it. Nope. Okay, so yeah, this was likely the blacksmith shop. I'm sure that was probably had something to do with the forge. Got a later oven in here, more organizers and storage there, and pretty cool. And then the coolest part that drew me out here was this guy here. Big, huge air compressor. You don't see machinery like this out here very often anymore. Big, huge piece of machinery though, so pretty cool. Zoom in on that, get a couple pictures of it. See if we can find a brand name on here. There's the connecting rod there. There's the crank. Zoom back out here. Tensioner pulley there. Boy, that thing had some, oh yeah, I can't even touch it. Yeah, so that would have been driven by either a probably diesel or gas motor out here, and the belt would have driven there. Like I said, that was the tensioner. The belt would have gone around that wheel there and driven it. Not really seeing any kind of maker's mark on this thing. Usually they were pretty proud of them and they stamped them up pretty good. Yeah, I don't see anything. Looks like there's the piston in there. Like somebody along the line had come back here and thought they were gonna disassemble it and bring it home with them. Bunch of bolts and pieces missing, and then as you can see, they've kind of lifted and blocked it up off of this foundation here, but I'm glad they didn't get away with their plan. There's that building again there. Pretty cool one. And then I'm thinking that this is the shaft here. Kind of looking like what's going on. Bunch of wood and metal and everything kind of collapsed into it. I'm sure they did that on purpose there, but pretty interesting to see it this close. You have a little pocket here. I don't think it's an adit, but it might have been at some point. Yeah, looks like just a pocket. I think this must have been the shaft. The map puts it about right here, along with a couple of buildings. Looks like this probably the shaft house, hoist house, fell down into it. But we've got a old riveted air tank here. Another foundation over here. Get up kind of close to this here though, and show you guys down in there. So you can tell it definitely is the shaft there, but it doesn't look like, I might have to get my flashlight out because I can't quite see down in there whether there's a hole to slip through or not. I have to kind of take a look at it and see how bad it's plugged up, but there's that air compressor again. And then over here, I was noticing that there's some tank saddles built out of concrete that likely had like a diesel tank or something on it to provide diesel for the engine that was there, and then probably had a jack shaft right on this here. The engine powerhouse was right here, and then like I said, it was kind of belt driven to that compressor there. There is this big huge box that I'm not sure about, whether that was sort of a cover or it doesn't look like it's ever had an end on this side of whether this was down in the shaft or part of the shaft house or what. Got kind of a little well sump there. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep looking around this place and see what else I can come up with for you guys. All right, so this is directly across from the rest of it over here, where the shaft and the blacksmith shop was. So I assume this was probably a bunkhouse, or maybe even the mine boss's house or something. Pretty cool looking place. Looks like it was refurbished a little bit to live in at some point, because they gained electricity and somewhat modern insulation in here. But let's see, anything trying to jump out and get me. Looks like it had a little bit of a loft up there. Not sure whether they'd used it or not, but it does look like there was a kind of a kitchen space in the corner there, and a little bit musty smelling in here. Looks like a pretty good pack rat nest right up there. Something might be trying to talk to me there. Oh, another little back building here. We got a couple of older chairs, probably 70s, 60s or 70s. Little side room there, so probably just a little miner shack up here. And I think there's supposed to be another shack or some sort of building back that away. So I'm gonna go see if I can check that out as well. Well, unfortunately, looks like that's all this one has to hold. Unless there's more up here a little ways, which there isn't anything on the map. It's all kind of centralized around here. The last building I was looking for, well, maybe I spoke too soon. The last building I was looking for was pretty much just demolished. Not much anything left to it. It's kind of a weird one. Kind of heads back. Oh yeah, okay. Just a little pocket here. It's like a prospect. Maybe it was a yeah, no, that was never a tunnel. Yeah, just kind of a little pocket here along the side, but there is one more mine up this road a little ways. It's supposed to be, I think, a building, a couple of shafts, and an adit. It actually has an adit symbol on the map, so kind of hoping that one works out. And if I see anything else on the way, I'll let you guys know. All right, so I ran across this on the way up to this other mine. The road I'm on is up that way, headed up to the mine, but I looked over and just saw the face of this cabin here, and so I'm not sure whether it was from the mining era or whether this was just like a trapper or cattle cabin or something for the Forest Service, but there's this rock wall out front here, and the coolest part, which it does look like a, oh, there's the door that used to be on the front of it here. Does look like it was made by miners, or at least used the waste rock from the mine to build this chimney here. And I did just notice that the whole floor in here is concrete, which is interesting. But all the logs are hand hewn and stuff. You can see a little bookshelf or a little nook there on top of this fireplace. There's the front of it, the stove box, but it looks like somebody knocked it in, and all of this chimney rock is laying down in front of it and inside of it and everything. Pretty interesting though. They put a lot of hard work into it. This was like a masonite, or not even that, like 1 ply of plywood for a wall here. A little separation, I guess. But you can see all of these logs here that looks like they were part of this. So maybe this part was added on later, and that part is older, because this is all fallen down, and you can see the axe marks there from hand hewing all the logs. Those logs are flattened out. These ones are just left round, and even over on that wall there, they're flattened out. So I have no doubt that this part here was a little older than the rest of it, and then maybe somebody came up here or bought the land, or it might have been even just a Forest Service trapping cabin or something up here in the past. But pretty cool nonetheless. Somebody at some point in time built this little thing in the corner here, a little bench or something. It looks like it used to go around all the way. Did a little bit of action on the walls there. Don't know if, yeah, it does look like there was actually glass in there at some point, and then there's screen over it. So pretty cool. I'm gonna take a little more look around at it. But like I said, I'm headed up to another mine now, so we'll see what else we can find. Right. I was climbing along this trail here and thought I was getting pretty close, and I took a look up to the right here. I first noticed the log there, and then I noticed this little shack built up here. But we are right in the vicinity of where one of the shafts should be. I think it's supposed to be right up in there. We've got this little cabin. It looks like it was, sorry, a lot of sun out today, but looks like it was built probably more recently. Might even be for livestock or something. Got a little roof to it. Got something, some kind of little shelf or holder. on the side there, so this might be like some sort of trapper's cabin as well. Somewhere up in here there should be a shaft, so I think if I'm not mistaken, this road travels up and around up to here, so I'm going to probably take it, and then if I come out above it, then I'll have to scramble down the side there. But thought that little cabin was kind of interesting and worth pointing out. Yeah, it looks like it keeps going that way too, but it might wrap around as well. So I'll see what else I can find. Get back with you guys. Okay, I didn't even get to the shaft over that way, because here is yet another building that is not on the USGS map. Like I said, I'm not sure if this was later for cattle or early for mining or whatever. Just kind of a basic shelter put together there. Some kind of bird over there strutting its way away. But what is this thing? I see some kind of large pulley or something. So I think this might be a part of one of the mines up here. What am I seeing in there? Oh yeah, okay. Looks like a cool little building. Yeah, another generator. I mean, a compressor, sorry. This one is pretty cool. It means there's probably a mine here. Laidlaw. Can't say I've seen that brand before. This one is way more complete though. And got the pulley on this side. Pretty good sized. And then even still got the cover over the connecting rod and everything, crankshaft. Looks like it's probably not too far off of firing her back up. So kind of curious what it was run by. There was some sort of wood stove or something here, maybe a boiler, I don't know. But that would have had to have been, what do we got? Would have had to have been run by a belt. Let me pop up here real quick. Probably a pack rat or something up in here, I heard. But pretty cool. Looks like it's mostly used by cows anymore. Had some double doors here, so it probably was, I wonder if that's the head gasket from whatever piece of whatever engine was driving this thing. Wonder, it might have even been shaft driven or something, or it's missing one of the pulleys there. That would make more sense of why they have that there. But maybe this pulley's gone and just had a tractor with a PTO or something running it. Kind of hard telling, but all right. So I am out back of this building, and kind of dawned on me when I was headed back out that there was some water running down through here, and came back here. I saw it has a accumulator tank right here, but it made me start thinking that there's probably some workings close by to this building, especially being that there's a door right there coming right off the back here to this. And I saw a couple of bars out of the corner of my eye. There is tracks down still here, and it looks like one of the bars has already been removed for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my flashlight and helmet and see what we got here. Got in here. Like I said before, luckily somebody in the past has removed the removable bar on this one. I don't recommend doing that, but I'm glad it has been done in some areas. Got some track down in here. 50 feet. Doesn't look like the water's gonna be too deep in this one, but it also looks like it's gonna be pretty steady the whole way. Every time I step on the rails too, there's air coming up, and I'm sure it trapped gases, so made sure to bring my monitor with me on this one. Take a little break to listen. There's the entrance there, like 100 feet in. I don't really have any info on this one, so I'm not sure what to expect here. Hopefully it'll get a little drier here soon. 150. So I got the whole rail in here. It's been preserved by the water, so the water can't be that caustic, I guess. Looks like it might dry up here a little bit for us. At the 200 mark now. Kind of a pretty straightforward tunnel so far. 250, and a little bit of different mineralization here. I don't know if that's what they marked it there for. That's spray paint, the blue, but there is some sort of vein pocket there. Back to a little bit of water, and then it looks like it dries out, so it won't be so loud. At the 300. Nothing, pretty good sized tunnel, so I'm hoping that turns out to mean something. Like I said, I'm not near any of the symbols that are on the USGS map, so I don't know if this is actually related to the other mine I was looking for, or whether it's a completely separate one. We've got a little pocket here, a little bit of timbering going on. Looks like it used to go straight, but it still goes around the corner here. 441 to there, back into some water. That looks like maybe a failed ore chute or something. There is some wood down in there, so that might be what that is. It was a loading station that the ore chute collapsed on it. Starting to see some calcite in here. That's kind of cool. And at the 500 mark, this might be the one I was reading about that was like 1,200 feet or something. Looks like we're getting back to something here though. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. Cross cut. Still got the rail down here. Let's see where it was. Oh no. Just a kind of collapsy little pocket here, I guess. Oh, got some ladders. We might be getting to a shaft. That might be interesting. Oh, is it right there? Yeah. Huh. Oh, okay. I really watch my step here. Ooh, I got wind. I got some serious wind here, blowing out of this hole here. So that's interesting. I don't know if I trust that ladder to get up there, but that's probably open somewhere else, maybe at the other adit that I was looking at actually on the map, and then they drove this in to get it closer to that little area. Oh yeah, this 22, it looks like it faces out there. Got some false floor above, but what I'm kind of looking at here is that is a hole in the ground that appears to go down quite a bit. And then I've got something, a little pocket over here, so that makes me wonder. It kind of looks like this is a flooded shaft, but whether any of this is sturdy enough. There is a barrel right there. It's just buried in calcite flow. See how solid this feels. Because yeah, that definitely goes down there. I'm gonna try and scramble across though, because it looks like it cuts to the right, maybe. Yeah, there's a void down there. That is definitely, getting dripped. The end of this. And looks like we might be at the end of that, but let's take a look at this here real quick, because yeah, that goes way down in there. Can't even really light it up, but you can see some kind of timber down in there. So there was a shaft here. There's a void right there. So this is all probably false floor right here that's being held together with calcite, hopefully enough to get me out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this branch off though, since this is pretty much it, I think. A little bit of collapse. It's going 650. Looks like it keeps going for a while there. Might be the face, I don't know. Into some of this kind of green and gray clay stuff. It looks like it all just collapsed out of there. Some more calcite here. Got some airline. I wonder how long this is gonna go. Interesting. Got some rail, so we might be getting close. 750. Crosscut. 70. What? Pocket. 12 foot. 783. 23. Okay, so somebody's mapped this thing pretty well. But this is the working face of it. Can kind of see some vein material there. Most of it's all covered in blasting dust though, but I'm sure that was probably the geologists or maybe somebody just in here picking at it, looking at it. Definitely a cool looking vein. There's a little bit of pink in there and stuff. But we'll go ahead and head back out this way and see if I can't find the other end of that little upper branch. So, all right. So a little earlier, I think I was this on this video that I was talking about misalignment of the USGS map every once in a while, and the road's not kind of matching up and stuff. So basically I came up to where the adit and a building should be from where the adit and a building actually is, and I find a shaft, which is the next symbol up on the map. So right now I'm lined up with the adit in the building, but I'm actually at the shaft. So it sounds like there's some water down there. Looks like it goes pretty much just vertical down. Kind of odd that they went down so far and then they went to a decline shaft. It looks like there is still some timber work in there and stuff. The collar for the original shaft or whatever. All right, so that means I'm gonna have to head back into that other adit and see if I can scramble my way up that little hole in the wall and see what that other level is, because I'm sure it probably leads into more stuff if this shaft is this big up here. And this is in kind of the general direction of where that hole was headed. So I'm sure there's probably a whole nother level that was maybe accessed from this shaft here. And so I won't bother heading up any further, and just kind of make a note that this one is seriously off on the alignment, and go see if we can get into that upper part. Okay, I made it. I don't quite know how, but it looks like there was actually a concrete dam or something here at one point. Somehow I managed to make my way up that ladder there. There's kind of, I don't know if that's a jack leg, it's got a threaded end on it. And then I placed that other timber there, and with the help of some other well-placed timbers, it ended up working out. Looks like this is a compressor. I don't think it's a drill. I think I'm gonna head down here and then come back out and check it out. I don't know if this actually does anything. Looks like the end. Yeah. So I think that other side where we hear the water coming from is actually the bottom of that shaft. Some of that really cool green and blue stuff in here, all over in the walls. There's some there. I'm sure that's probably copper, what they were after. So that is either an air compressor or a pump. I'm kind of leaning towards a pump though. I don't know why. Well, I guess, yeah, if they were pumping the bottom of the shaft. Well, that's cool. A little cool find there. My boots keep squeaking at me, making me think I got a critter in here with me, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this branch back. Looks like it faces too. No, it keeps going. That's cool. Interesting minerals here in the wall. Lots of quartz there. We've got some kind of gray band with almost some white bubbles in it. It's kind of cool though. We got a nice hanging wall here of the vein. Lots of sulfides in that part. And that might be the face of it here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. You can see they were just following right down that vein, and then they came off to the side here to see if they could find another parallel vein, or maybe a fault line or something where the vein had fractured and headed off another direction. There's probably one of the only miner's graffiti that I've seen in here. 15, I don't know what that means. Kind of interesting. There's another 15. Maybe that's just marking off every 15 feet of the mine or something. Kind of some old, I think that's paint actually though, not carbide. Black paint, finger painted on there. But pretty cool. I'm gonna go out and check out that other side, but I have a feeling that's that flooded shaft and I'm not gonna. Hey, there's a bat. The only bat I've seen in here. Whoop. Yeah, let me get by you. I'm gonna put this away for now and see if I can't squeak by this guy. All right, so I came from down in there, somewhere over there. There's the pump, I think. And then I came from just right around the corner here, but this is the bottom of the shaft. It's luckily found, and I might have to look around up there. Hey, that'd be cool. So anyway, this is the bottom of it. It looks like it used to go off that way, but that side's all flooded. Luckily, most of this water that's coming down is getting channeled that way. Can't really tell how far it even went from here, but I don't imagine too far with the rest of this connecting with that other side there. It's getting rained on. Can't really tell right there where there's false floor. Can you zoom in there maybe? Whether that was a level. But I was just thinking that even though we can't get into the shaft from the top, you'd be able to hopefully drop a rope down tied to that grate and access it from here, and then climb your way up. If there were cross levels up there, which I can't really see up there well enough. That looks like it, yeah. Let me zoom back in up there. But right there, there's false floor, and then what looks like a tunnel roof, the back of another level there. Yeah, that's a definite. Get over here. Hey, it's still raining on me. Yeah, that's definitely a level there, a cross level. So that might have to be a future project. Well, like I said, to drop a rope down from the top up there and then access it from the bottom and just work our way up this wall here. Doesn't look like it'd be too bad. There is quite a bit of, oh, this isn't as grippy as I thought it was. Quite a bit of this green here, which is cool. And then it's got a lot of this purple coming out of there with the flowstone and stuff. But definitely a mineral-rich vein and a good spot to hopefully not have somebody throw a rock down that shaft. But I'm gonna head back out of here, and I think that'll be pretty much it. There's actually one more shaft that should be down by that cabin with the rock wood stove or whatever, fireplace. That there should be a shaft there somewhere. So I'm hoping it's at the very least just like this or something, but we'll see if we can find that and get back with you guys. All right, so we are back down to this cabin with the rock fireplace in it. And so I started looking at the map on how some of the other things had misaligned, and basically the added up there said that it was on the map. It looks like it's supposed to be a shaft and a little east of where the added actually is, and so it's kind of the same with the shaft at the very top that I got to. That was where the adit was supposed to be, and off to the east a little ways is where it was on the map. compared to where I found it. And then supposedly there was a shaft up above that, but I kind of figured with it being that I had found the adit already, and then I found the shaft up above it, I was taking that as basically just a misalignment of the coordinates, you know, between the app I'm using and the map. But so I'm back down here. If that is the case, then this cabin should be given the space between the shaft, the adit, and this, what should be a shaft and a building. The building's here, and the shaft should be back in here somewhere. So I'm gonna take a little look around. There is some leveling done right here, like it was a landing pad or something, maybe waste rock, but there's the cabin there. There's that rock wall that kind of stretches around the corner of it, and there is a little bit of a pathway going off this way. Might be something down here. I'll just basically have to look around and see if I can find anything out here. And I'll show you if I do. All right, I found it. Not what I was expecting, but it is a shaft. So all of this is waste rock around it, kind of spread out around that cabin too. But as you can see, it's pretty well plugged up with timbers and dirt and stuff over time. And so I think, okay, stump. But yeah, so the cabin's right there. So the map is pretty accurate, just pretty far off with its with its alignment. So I am all done out here for the day, and I'm gonna head back down to the car now. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, so this is the road I've been coming up, and I just ran into this old air compressor like the one that they have at the Colville Museum. I think I saw one out by the Daisy Mine as well. I'll get around to the other side there, but there's the engine of it, and it's got the wheels, all four wheels are still on it. The radiator is gone, unfortunately, but it is a Gardner Denver. Still got the hand crank to start it right there in place. I wanted to say that this was a air compressor, but I'm almost thinking it might have been a water pump, possibly to pump water out of the shaft that's up here. Like I said, it's got all the wheels still on it. The pump, whatever it is, it says water inlet there, which was what made me question on whether this would be a an air pump or a water pump. But interesting nonetheless. So all pretty well complete. A few little parts here and there have been taken off of it. Looks like the exhaust manifold probably broke on it. But pretty cool to see stuff like this out here. And hopefully we'll keep finding it for years to come.